What up, what up, what up, what up, guys? You're now tuned in to Combos in the Cave. Remember, click that like, comment, subscribe button on the way in. Click that like, comment, subscribe button. We are here. We are back. Happy 4th of July weekend. Shout out to the subscribers, man. Please click that notification bell so we get your videos early. Talk to me. I'll talk back in the comments, man. Today's conversation, man, we're gonna go to the NBA with it. You know, battle rap been dry. You guys know. If you can't, if it ain't negative, if it ain't positive, I don't really want to talk about the battle rap culture because it's so messy. So I've been laying low. That's why I haven't been posting videos lately. But I found a topic. I found a great topic, and we're gonna go to the basketball world with it. We're gonna jump into the NBA. You know, guys, I got some commentary. I heard some people say some things out of line, you know, and I want to just address it. So, of course, it's a sport of competitiveness. You know what I mean? It's not serious. It's not me being negative. You know, it's just me having my opinion on what somebody think, and my opposition is a different viewpoint on it. And I want to just elaborate on that. So, we gonna talk about Paul Pierce responding to Kevin Durant and LeBron James, guys. If you're not following Mind the Game, that's LeBron James podcast. Last year he was on there with his co-host JJ Redick. This year, he's on there with Steve Nash. Steve Nash is the new co-host, and they had their first episode of the new season with Kevin Durant. And, you know, the way LeBron James introduced him, he introduced him as the best scorer in the world. You know what I mean? Nobody can score better than Kevin Durant, which I agree with, by the way. But in some strange world out there, Paul Pierce didn't agree with it. But you know who he said was the best player in the world? The best scorer in the world? I'm not going to say it for him. I'm going to let him say it. So we're going to roll this clip, and we're going to be back with some commentary after that, guys. Let's get it, Paul Pierce. It's on you. Let me know if you can hear this, guys.
Social life, Paul Pierce, trending again. What'd you do this time, Paul?
I'm just speaking facts.
After yesterday, he claimed on the show that he was probably the best pure scorer in NBA history. We were talking about Kevin Durant and LeBron James describing him as the most equipped scorer in NBA history. KD commented on the Speak post with that clip saying, quote, I didn't really see a weakness in Paul's game. I understand where his confidence comes from.
And I'm going to pause that real quick. Of course, Kevin Durant he's not going to go against Paul Pierce and cause any further like trash talking. You know, he always going to play it cool and mellow and let the guys. KD is petty. But sometimes, you know, he acknowledged the OGs, and you can tell he don't want to cause no friction. But I'm here to put a stop to that. Let's get it.
I'm just saying. No, this is what I said. I told this done now. I said, look, you can take all the great scores in NBA history. I can do everything they can do. Scoring wise. At least one thing. I'll be better than them at. Like, say, like, who's considered, like, Jordan, right? Jordan probably considered that I'm a better three-point shooter than Jordan. We talk about KD, a lot of times KD is mentioned. And KD, he got a lot. Man, he's tough. But I think if there's one thing I got better than KD is I probably was a better post-up player.
Back to the rim.
Back to the rim.
But when we talk about KD and the thing,
All right, guys.
LeBron,
I'm going to just end that video right there because, you know, they went on and they spoke about other things. But I just want to elaborate on that topic. All right, so he said that he has a better three-point shot than Michael Jordan. It's tough because Michael Jordan haven't shot that many. He was so dominant that he didn't need a three to bail him out type, you know what I mean, or to get some quick points. He already knew where he was going, and Michael Jordan was very strategic. Like, he picked his spots, and we all know three-point shots is a low percentage shot. It's probably the lowest percentage shot on the floor, and that's because you're the furthest away from the rim. So Michael Jordan didn't really waste his time on shooting them, but when he did shoot them, he did shoot a good percentage. But I'll give you that. Paulie. A better back to the basket game than Kevin Durant is diabolical, bro. And I'm gonna say that with confidence because first of all, Kevin Durant is 6'11", 7 foot. So whenever his back is to the basket, once he turn around, 90% of the time he's playing against somebody smaller than him. He's gonna shoot right over you. That's number one. You know, and his mid range shot is probably the best. Unless you're talking about like post up and then going in for a layup. You know how you post up back to the basket, pump fake, then go up and under for a layup. I don't think you're better than Kobe. So like I'm confused. Where you gonna go with it now? If they mention Kobe, you're gonna say you're a better 3-point shooter than him. Kobe haven't shot that much, but when he did shoot, it was good. It was cash money. So having one attribute over another player, especially an all-around player, doesn't prove to you to be anything, because a lot of players got more in their bag than you overall, like a Kevin Durant, like a Kobe, like a Jason Tatum, like who else? Anthony Edwards. Like these guys, you can beat them in one specific category, but they beat you in like 9, 10 different categories, Paul Pierce. So you can't even compare that whole. With your statement that you just said it didn't make no sense to me. You know what I mean? Because it's like Shaq saying, "Oh, I'm the best big man in the world because I'm the best post player in the world because he's 7'11". He's the best post player, but everybody else like Hakeem Olajuwon, Yao Ming, they have more of a bag than he did. So they beat him in a lot of different aspects. You know what I mean? But it's just a little analogy. But anyway, Paul Pierce, I prefer to you stick to critiquing the game from an outside point of view and only talking about that specific game, or give you a little storytelling, but you shouldn't compare yourself with anybody because you retired, you had your time. Let these guys go play ball. They don't need another narrative to try to catch some type of wave on the algorithm on sport in the media. Just let them be, man. It's over for you. Had your time, and I'm a big fan of Paul Pierce. Just so you know, like Ray Allen is my boy. He went over there. He won a couple chips for y'all. You know what I mean? And just leave it where it's at. If it wasn't for my man Ray, y'all wouldn't have no chip, man. It is what it is. Ray helped LeBron too. So anyway, I'm in that video right there, guys. Hit me in the comments below. Let me know what other player you guys think has a better all around game than Paul Pierce. I have a brain fart. Paul Pierce may be right, but I know it's somebody that I'm not mentioning that has a better all around game than Paul Pierce, besides the people who I just mentioned. And that's that, guys. You are now tuning in the comments in the cave. Like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell. Shout out to the subscribers on the road to 2,000 subscribers, man. Hit me up in the comments there and talk to me. I'll talk back. We out here. We out.